LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return, but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
There's always a lot going on. I'm on site, getting the job done, running the business too, payments, invoices, admin, all on me. But now with Tap to Pay, I can take payments there and then, and Sage sorts the admin afterwards. Everything's sorted in the background, so I don't spend hours doing it later. Magic.
Sage Copilot is built with over 40 years of experience, helping British businesses like Mike at Residual Electrical Contractors. That's more than artificial intelligence, that's authentic intelligence. Search Sage Copilot to learn more. T's and C's apply.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, britishpodcastawards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital? Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for December 30th. What was it? The 30th, the 2nd, and the 30th of 2024, and then January
2nd,
2025, and the 3rd, 2025.
Yes.
Friday is showing up twice on my Hulu.
Oh.
Interesting. Oh. So we made it. This week's 411 is continuing. I came up with a line before I read our emails because I forgot that I had requested for people to send us ideas. So I'm sorry. As soon as we were done last week, I just went ahead and edited. I was like, nope, I am going to get it done now. And I'm just going to get it all done. And it was nice. Carly hired Brooklyn to break up Lulu and Dante part 1.
Ah, there you go.
Not short and sweet but it's to the point.
It is to the point. It's a very good explanation.
And if anyone Googles, why did Carly hire Brooklyn? That should pop up, I guess. But we did have somebody write in. Callie, I'm so sorry that I did not see this because this one it's kind of interesting. The Golden Triangle. They all come from Golden Port Charles families, Spencers, Quartermains, Corinthoses. And hello, we're in Pittsburgh. We're at the Golden Triangle.
Yeah.
So I really, really liked that. I am so sorry. We'll have to try to figure that one out. That was Callie. We did a fan spotlight with her, which we have to get back to those. As soon as we're done with well, so we're not doing our annual highlights, our annual recap until next week.
Right.
I don't think we did a single one. I didn't even look yet. I just kept
I don't think we did either.
But yeah, so we had a nice short week with Hulu headlines. Oh, I guess that's it. That's it for Port Charles Pipeline. And we took care of the 411. So yeah, Hulu headlines. Let's just get right into it. On Monday, Elizabeth makes a big discovery. Isaiah advises Lucky. Kristina gets intel from Lucas. Trina shows something special to Kai. On Thursday, Willow is distraught.
Oh, geez.
Carly vents to Jason. Michael is in danger.
What?
Michael is in danger?
No.
Jocelyn makes a discovery and Brad lashes out. We didn't even see Brad this week.
No.
What show are they talking about? Okay, so wait. Okay, hold it. This is weird. Remember I said earlier that Friday is on here twice. However, they have different descriptions.
Oh.
We only have 3 episodes, right?
Yes.
Because they both say season 62, episode 81, Friday, January 3rd, 2025. However, the first Friday, the quote first Friday, is actually what we saw on Thursday, which was Jason and Sonny rush to action.
No.
Nina delivers bad news. Chase opens up to what show are we watching? Hold on.
No.
I guess okay, so I guess this is maybe next week. Because then it goes on to say Brooklyn makes a revelation and Portia confides in Isaiah. These have to be next week's.
They have to be next week's because we did not see half of those people and those things did not happen.
No, but then the second Friday episode that I did not watch says Sonny contemplates his future. That's correct.
Yes.
Michael tries to leverage an advantage.
Yes.
Charlotte makes a decision.
Yeah.
Jason refuses an offer.
Yeah.
And Sasha confides in Felicia.
Yes. Those are all correct. Yes. I watched that show this week.
I'm going to start it real quick just to see, is it something?
You have like hidden episodes that nobody else got.
Yeah, this is the same episode. Yeah, that's the same. Okay. So now that we've done that.
That was fun.
Where do you want to start?
I don't even remember what Monday opened up with. Was Monday Lulu and Charlotte having their snack together still? Or supposed to be having a snack together?
Well, they were, because remember last week we ended with my boy coming back.
Yes. Yes. I couldn't remember what we opened on Monday though. But
okay. What was Valentin this week?
I think this is a trick question.
He was a great man.
Oh, was he?
You don't think? Valentin broke my heart this week.
Hey, you're always getting your heart broken by him.
But it was like in the sweetest way. All right, you talk about them and I'll talk about him later.
Okay. So I think it opened up. I don't really even know. But anyway, we saw Lulu and Charlotte still talking about, like, still catching up or whatever. And then Valentin walks in and sends Charlotte over to the other table, and they start having an argument about why is Lulu there? What does she want? She wants to take Charlotte home, blah, blah, blah. And then Dante walked in and he's like, oh, okay, so you set me up. And he's telling Dante, like, your badge means nothing here. And Dante's like, yeah, I know that. Like, I wasn't coming here on official business. I just wanted to come here to help in case I was needed, to make sure that Lulu's okay and to try to get Charlotte home. So I don't think that the Valentin was great, because he like totally shot Lulu down and he was mean. He was like, you haven't been around for all these years. She knew she hasn't been around. It wasn't her fault that she wasn't around.
He wasn't saying that though, but he was also, she was basically coming and saying, just give me my daughter. And he's like, what, have you talked to her? And that's the thing where Lulu is like, she doesn't know what she wants because Charlotte had already told her she wanted to stay with Valentin. However,
but I feel like
if she had told Lulu she wanted to go with her, suddenly Charlotte would have known what she wanted.
Okay, I agree that she would have twisted the truth that way to help her own agenda. However, I do agree that putting that on Charlotte is not fair. Exactly what she said to Lulu is 100% true. Like, you have all these people at home and Papa has nobody, and so I need to stay with Papa. Well, that's not really fair. She's not living a life, which he then goes on to say later in the week when he talks to her and breaks your little heart. He's a fugitive, and with her staying with him, then she's a fugitive and she's not getting the life that she deserves. And she says the same thing. I can't leave you because, but basically I'm guilt tripped into staying with you because I'm a bad daughter if I go be with my mom.
Here's the thing. He was matching her energy. She brought that. She came at him completely combative. He was like, oh, congratulations. I mean, he was being snarky about the remarkable recovery thing. But the very first thing she said is, I'm here to take Charlotte. Not, hey, Charlotte obviously asked you to see me. Thank you for risking this. She was immediately, yep, I'm here to get her. Oh, I loved that he told her that Charlotte was shot.
Yes, he was the one that told her, and she was like, how come nobody at home told me? And he was like, probably because they didn't want you freaking out. And
he kind of defended Anna.
Be at home.
And he defended Anna in a way. He was like, well, Anna did it, but it's not what you think.
Right. He did defend Anna because it wasn't like I felt like it was unfair though for him to even say it the way that he said it because that instantly made her be like, oh my gosh. And then once you explain it, it's like, oh no, that could happen anywhere. Like Charlotte, again, Charlotte's a child. So she made choices as a child being influenced by her crazy tarot card grandfather stuff. But she definitely like set the stage for that. Anna wasn't just walking around shooting people. It didn't just happen,
Right.
like, whatever.
Right.
So,
but
I don't know.
I mean, he has so many points though. He is the only parent. Okay, so this one was completely his fault though, because Lulu wasn't even aware that she had Charlotte for how long, and we have done a 411 on Charlotte. So if you know, did we do one on her or just did we do one on Claudette?
We did one on Claudette.
Yeah, because we thought she was coming back. They were name dropping her. But still, go listen to our episode about Claudette. That kind of explains a good bit of it.
Right. It was his fault that Lulu wasn't around for the first 6 years or however old we're saying Charlotte was when she was brought into the picture.
Yeah. But, and then when he sees Dante, I don't blame him for being like, you set me up.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him for the reaction to Dante. But I think you could also tell that she was just as caught off guard. She was like, what the heck are you doing here? And just as angry. It wasn't like she was like, don't yell at Dante. He's here to help me. She was just as PO'd as he was. Like, I didn't ask you to follow me. Why are you here? You do have no jurisdiction, so go away.
And Brennan's assistant, what is her name? I cannot.
I don't know.
I don't think it's Sydney.
I have no idea.
I forget her name anyway. But
she's not a very good shot, that's for sure.
Why does Brennan want to kill Valentin?
And that's what I thought Anna was going to be going after. I was so mad. So later in the week, we see, well, she tries to shoot Valentin. She misses. In the chaos of her missing, him and Charlotte run off. So then we see her call Brennan and Brennan answer the phone from her calling and saying, I missed the shot and now they're on the run again, blah, blah, blah. And when he gets that call, Anna's in his room and then she tases him and handcuffs him to a chair. And I'm like, yes, she's going to demand to know where Valentin is. She's going to take his phone. She's going to like get all this information. And instead she's like, stay away from my granddaughter. And then I have an interaction with Emma. Like that was 100% Jocelyn being like, hey, that's someone that worked with your grandma. And Emma was like, okay, hey. And that was it. Like there was nothing else.
To be fair, with how much he continues to go after Jason, I kind of don't blame her for at least like, we're setting the bar right now. We're setting the boundary. No, you don't talk to her. That was the first and last conversation you're having with her. And that's it. So that girl, that lady is deputy. So she's not his assistant. She's the deputy chief, Colette Gerard.
Oh, what's up with, okay.
Oh, hold it. But then on December 5th, her last name is now Moreau.
Maybe she has to change it all the time so no one in the WSB can keep up. I don't know. She just seems very like insignificant to the whole storyline. And she didn't do what she was supposed to do. So I can't see her being around for much longer because she had the perfect opportunity for that shot. And she waited around and then Dante moved and then Dante moved again. And then she tried to take the shot and she totally missed.
I was just going to be so mad if Charlotte got, I do not want Valentin to be shot. Okay, my ultimate madness would have been, the ultimate level of mad would have been they killed Valentin.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been so mad about that. The next one after is if they hit Charlotte. And
I didn't want them to hit Charlotte. I would have been okay if they hit Dante. I know that's not nice, but he needs to like get a purpose other than walking around crying about Sam.
See, I think that I would have been okay if they hit Lulu just because of pretty much everything that Dante said in the room later.
Yeah, but I don't want Rocco to go through that again.
Right. But Lulu's doing it.
Not that Rocco, right. And not that Rocco wouldn't be upset if Dante got shot, but like Dante's a cop and he has that risk. And I didn't want them to kill him. Just like shoot him and shut him up for a couple weeks because he's kind of on my nerves just whining about Sam all the time. But for Lulu, I didn't want like anything to mess with her recovery.
Let Ryan know that 2 months after he dies, you're just going to be like, I'm good.
Yeah, he knows that. No, I'm not going to be good, but I'm not going to loop it into every conversation. Like, I feel like I can ask you, can you get me a cup of coffee without being like,
Sam loved
oh,
coffee.
Sam used to love coffee. Like,
True.
come on.
Okay. I'll give you that.
I mean, you absolutely should be sad and dwelling. Like when he went off on Lulu, he was 100% there. He was like,
that was amazing.
Sam lost her life for you. She had 2 kids of her own. She was helping me raise Rocco when you couldn't. And now you're just out here like going to waste your life for no reason. You know you can't get Charlotte. You're putting Charlotte at risk by looking for her. Yeah, it's a sucky situation, but you have people at home that you should be caring about. I loved his speech to her. I was totally on board with that. But
I love that he made Rocco first. He's like, what are you doing to Rocco? And she's like, he's fine.
Right. Yeah, I never understood why she was so much more obsessed with Charlotte than with Rocco. And they've done that. Like, that's been the way the storyline's been written ever since we found out about Charlotte.
Right, especially since, I mean, I could understand if you had mistakenly had a child withheld from you that you didn't know was yours to begin with. But we already had that with Rocco, too.
Right, exactly.
So it's not her first go round with that. I mean, it's a little bit different circumstances because Charlotte was older, but Dante calling her out on her ridiculousness was like perfect. I don't know if they have like one specific writer writing these tell-off scenes, but they're doing great.
Yes.
I feel like it had kind of like the same vibe as Lucas last week with, you are the reason why Charlotte's in danger right now, not Valentin. Like, do you really think that Valentin is not doing everything he has done beyond everything that he can possibly do for Charlotte to be safe? You know, he's put her in boarding schools. He's done all these other things. And then we see, well, he told her off after they lost the trail because Lulu was like, oh, wait, I put that air tag in her bag. Did she really think that Valentin was not going to search anything of Charlotte's?
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like he was probably watching to some degree them interacting so he probably saw that. That's actually probably why he stepped up to the window, if you think about it, because that happened kind of pretty soon afterwards.
Yeah.
But, you know, he says, the life that I've given you was completely unfair. And because Charlotte was feeling like everything was her fault. And he's like, no. You know, it's not anything to do with Rocco, because she texted Rocco and she's like, I was just at the market and I saw these families enjoying Christmas. And I was like, oh, I'm going to just text Rocco real quick. He shut that down quick to make sure that she was not taking any of the blame for it. He does not think that Lulu was responsible for the sniper. He does think that they were following her, but not that and that was something else. I mean, she was like, well, do you think that mom brought the sniper? And I think he said, like, your mom wouldn't do that to me. You know, like, it's
right.
She wouldn't kill me. We're going to bicker. We're going to hate each other, but there's no way that she would kill me because it would destroy Charlotte.
Right.
But he offered for her to leave.
No, he does not get credit for that.
He does.
No, he doesn't. That would be like me saying to Madeline, well, if you really want to go live with your dad, you can. There's no way she could tell me that she was going to do that. There's no way.
Your situation's different, though, because, I mean, he said, he's like, you're on the run. You're not even having any friends. You know, you're not doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm not saying that Madeline should go with her dad. Like, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying, like, she would still be going to school. She would still be, like, doing all these things like Charlotte's not doing.
But that's what I mean is Charlotte's situation is even more intense, that she does not feel like she can leave. There's too much pressure there to stay with him.
But he has never put that on her. He has never made that her responsibility to stay. If she had said that she wanted to go, I think he absolutely would have let her go.
I think that he would have let her go, but I think that he also is the one that has put that pressure on her, because even from the time that she was a little girl, that's all he ever kept reciting to her. It's just you and me. It's you and me. It's you and me all the time. She used to say that when she was super little. It's me and Papa. It's me and Papa. That was the whole reason that she couldn't have Anna involved or anyone else that he dated, because it was so hard for her to accept that anyone else would come into the picture, because it's always just her and Papa. And he totally wrote that in her mind.
But I don't think that was his intention. I really, really don't think it was the intention for her to feel like it always had to just be the two of them. You know, like that Because I mean, that's also going to mess things up later on. Like, is she going to get a partner? Is she going to be able to date? Whatever.
Right. And I can see her further down the line being like, no, I can't leave with my boyfriend to go to Harvard. I have to stay here with Papa because it's always me and him. He's definitely messed her up. But
that's the thing. I don't think that wasn't his intention, though. It was probably more of, hey, this woman who you thought was your mom and really wasn't your mom, and now this is your mom. Like, I'm constant. I am not for nothing. It's kind of like stuff with my daughter. There's these other people, but I'm the one that
but you're
go to the most.
You're constant because you're constant. You're not constant because you purposely kept her away from other family members that would have been constant. You didn't keep her away
Lulu
from...
was frozen.
Okay.
She wouldn't have been a good mom then either.
She was frozen by members of his family, but okay, frozen. And he he had Claudette playing mom to her. I mean, that in itself is traumatic. Like, this is your mom. Oh, no, wait, she's not your mom. This lady's your mom. But remember, it's just me and you. I'm not saying that I dislike Valentin. I'm saying, though, that I don't think his intention in the beginning was to have her so brainwashed that it would hurt her in the future, which is
it's just
why
what's happening.
Yeah, I do think that if she would have said, I want to go with my mom, he would have let her. I just don't think that she could ever say that to him.
Yeah.
So.
But still, it was sweet.
He could have said anything and you'd have been like, it was so sweet the way he shot that other guy.
Depends on who the other guy is.
Just a little obsessed. It's okay.
Just a little.
But now I'm wondering what's next for them? Like, where are they going to end up next? Because she did say she wanted to stay with him. So they're not going to go back to Port Charles. What's happening?
Right.
And again, I thought Anna was going to get all the intel to be able to turn around and bring him back. And then Charlotte would obviously come too. And instead, she's just whining about stay away from her granddaughter.
Yeah.
That whole scene was just dumb.
It was, I know people hate when we say filler, but I felt like it was, what can we make a quick scene to, but then at the same time, we also complain when they don't show us the stuff in between. So this is the stuff in between.
That's true. I just feel like it was unnecessary, period. Like, that could have been a 5-second conversation.
It would have made more sense if he had seen Emma and Anna out and said something, oh, who is this? And I don't think Anna would have done it initially. But if he continued to try to talk to her, she'd have been like, and then she would have gone to him privately. I do love that she tased him. I do love that she tased him. I thought that was funny.
If there would have been any interaction that would have justified it, I would have been okay with it. Like, if they would have been at Kelly's the next day and he would have walked in and been like, oh, if it isn't Anna and her beautiful granddaughter, blah, 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 then I can see her being like, all right, nope, I'm shutting this down right now. Don't talk to her. Don't look at her. Don't whatever. But he literally did nothing except for say hi because he was introduced to her by Jocelyn.
Right. Right.
So I'm not saying that Brennan's a great guy, but I don't think it even crossed his mind yet, at least, to use Emma for anything at all.
Well, and we still don't know about this kid. We still don't know because he often alludes to, like, he's had to give up his family or, like, there has to be something there. Like, he's a dad. I don't feel like he would use a child. I don't know. I mean, I will say that is one thing I feel like we do a good job at is our villains don't use children often.
Right.
Often.
Sometimes
they do, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, I was disappointed that she didn't get the right info. I'm like, come on, Anna, this is what I was sending you in there for.
So I guess we could go from one love to the other.
Go ahead.
Lucky at the beginning of the week.
Yes.
First. Well, I guess we could just do his little bit because they don't actually go together. He saw the sign in the window that Kristina is hiring a bartender at Charlie's.
Yes.
Lucky's going to be a bartender.
That's going to be perfect.
That's going to be awesome. Oh, and I bet that he does open mic nights. He's basically going to recreate Jake's.
That would be amazing. That's what we've been missing.
Yes. And then he's going to be scouted and he's going to be discovered and he's going to make the decision to stay in Port Charles.
I mean, Brooklyn just needs to hear him for a second to be like, hey.
Yes. But then before that, he had been at the hospital with Liz and offered to go into a meeting with her. And she's like, no, it's just me and Teri and Portia. It's going to be fine, whatever. And she goes in and they have hospital counsel.
Yep.
And she's...
For 1 second, I liked Rick because he came in and saved her. And I'm betting that it turns out that Lucky called him.
I'm thinking that Liz probably told him that she was having a meeting, and that's probably why she didn't want Lucky in the room, because she knew that Rick was going to be showing up.
Oh, you think?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. See, I thought that she absolutely trusted that it was just going to be the two of them. She didn't need anyone else. And I would like it to be Lucky was like, yeah, I just had a feeling that she needed somebody extra there. And as much as I hate you, I know that you're not going to screw her over.
Hey, I like that too. That just gives more brownie points to Lucky.
Like he needs any more. But yeah, they were trying to get her to talk about stuff that she didn't need to talk about without a lawyer. And then they brought up that there's another patient that we didn't know about from a couple months ago, and she was on that person's rotation too. And so, yeah, it's not looking good for Liz.
So let's back this one up. That was in August. This person died of a heart attack in August, and Liz was the head nurse, was a part of her treatment team. You're telling me that between August and December, only 3 people died of a heart attack in that hospital?
I think they said that they did an autopsy and found the medicine.
No, they're exhuming her. The body has...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So they had to have something to prompt to go to the family and say, do you mind if we can exhume the body?
Yep. Okay, you're right. That does not make any sense because...
So the head nurse has only ever been involved with 3 heart attacks. I feel like that's a common one. That's like a broken arm, right? Like,
Right. There's people having heart attacks every day. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like we're at a point now where most people understand you should just get an attorney. Even if you're innocent, you get an attorney because you don't want to be misunderstood and everything. And I just hate when they're like, you wouldn't need an attorney if you were innocent. And she's like, no, I do. It's okay.
Right, exactly. No, I need an attorney because you guys are trying to twist stuff that didn't happen and blame it on me.
Yeah, it's not an internal review if you have your lawyer here.
Right, exactly.
If they get to have counsel, so does she.
Absolutely.
But then that wasn't revisited at all.
No. Rick and her stormed out, and that was the end of it.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we didn't get to see Lucky anymore. Not either.
No. Oh, yes, we did. We saw him at Vollonino's because he was...
Oh, yeah.
He was talking to Isaiah.
Yes. He went to work out because Isaiah was... See, that's what makes me think that he called Rick. I knew that I had a reason because when they were talking, he was like, oh, she said she didn't need me because it was just a review. And they were like, no, a review is never just a review at the hospital. Like, that's that's a big deal. See, I knew my brain went somewhere. When I was watching it, I knew I concluded things for a reason.
Okay, that makes sense. No, that absolutely makes... Not that it didn't make sense before, but like that ties it together nicely. Okay.
Thank you for reminding my brain of things that happened.
You're welcome. That's why I take notes.
And then we saw Sonny working out. Okay.
Oh my God, if they have him die...
I mean, you knew they were alluding to a heart issue back on Christmas because you did see him stop and like have that little twinge. But I'm also, and like, I don't have it set up, but I swear to God, everyone else that I know has Siri set up on their phone. Like, why is Sonny not able to just yell, Siri, call 911?
It did not even occur to me until this very second because of how we are talking about this, that they could potentially kill Sonny through a heart attack.
Yeah.
Through this digitalis thing, like through this.
Right. That I thought for a minute that was why he was going to say no, he wasn't going.
Oh my gosh. How did I not think of that?
Yeah, I actually thought
on Monday and then this happened on Friday or Thursday, whatever.
Right. But no, I thought he was going to say that. Like, Dex was perfectly healthy and he just died for no reason. Sam just died. Like,
Wow.
But he didn't. He said he's too vulnerable to let his not even opponents, I don't know what you want to call them, rivals, know that he is vulnerable, so he cannot go to the hospital.
I get that.
So I want to know who he's going to give the business to, though, because he did ask Jason, and I didn't think Jason was going to take it, but Jason, for even more reasons now, was like, yeah, no, I can't do that to Danny. So who's going to take over?
I don't know. I liked their interaction because Sonny had just finished telling Isaiah, nobody knows about this. Nobody knows about this. No one's going to know about it. Second, Jason walks through the door. So I have a heart condition. Like there's no secret like that between them, and
right.
He's like, so we're going to have to change how we run the business. And Jason's like, I will always be your first. I will always be right there for you, but I am not taking over. And he even said to him though, Sonny said to him that he's tired of being a burden to his kids. And Jason's like, your kids don't see it that way.
Right.
And he's like, they don't, but I am.
There's always a lot going on. I'm on site getting the job done, running the business too, payments, invoices, admin, all on me. But now with Tap to Pay, I can take payments there and then, and Sage sorts the admin afterwards. Everything's sorted in the background, so I don't spend hours doing it later. Magic.
Sage Copilot is built with over 40 years of experience helping British businesses like Mike at Residual Electrical Contractors. That's more than artificial intelligence, that's authentic intelligence. Search Sage Copilot to learn more. T's and C's apply.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, britishpodcastawards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.
Yeah, we are not having Sonny die by heart attack. That's just dumb. Well, then again. But yeah, it can't be Kristina. Oh, because Alexis went to Sonny earlier in the week and asked him to take Charlie's break from Kristina because of the money laundering and everything. He's like, that is my clean business.
Exactly. First of all,
he's like, I would not give Kristina a dirty business.
Right. And Jason said, they go through the coffee business every day and they see that there's nothing wrong there. They're going to keep going through it because they want to find something, but they don't find anything. Just like they'll do to Kristina for a while, and then they'll see the same thing. But I also couldn't believe that Alexis even asked that because, first of all, I liked where Sonny came from because he's like, no, she needs someone to believe in her. I just gave it to her and told her, I believe in you. And now you want me to tell her, oh, no, I changed my mind and take it back. But also, she knows that Kristina loved that job and she needs to get out there and interact with people and be doing stuff. And that was the perfect job. And to take it away from her is just stupid.
Yep. I agree.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Especially where she's already worked there.
Right. And she talked about all the places that she worked for him before,
Corinthos Coffee.
Was it last week? Yeah, last week, whenever they talked about him giving it to her, she was like, yeah, I worked here. She's done multiple of his businesses before. Yeah. And Alexis never had a problem with it. And now she has an issue with her having this one because he gave it to her. No. But I did love how much Alexis enjoyed telling Ava no this week. That was great. Because Ava had the nerve to show up there and be like, you need to turn around the decision about all of Ace's money because I want my money back. And she tried to make it seem like it didn't matter that much because she's like, obviously I have other assets, blah, 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 blah. And Alexis totally called her out and was like, I can tell by the look on your face that you don't have crap and that's why you're here. And I can't overturn this. I wouldn't even if I could, but I honestly can't. So just go away.
We still go back to the house. Windermere was given to her by Nicholas, who is still alive, when they divorced. That has nothing to do with Spencer being dead. That has nothing to do with any of that. That's the thing that's tripping me up. Is, okay, can you just at least go back and explain why?
I think they're saying that they had already started changing hands before that because they thought that Nicholas was dead. And
he was back and alive for a long time.
I don't know. I
don't
know
know either.
And I don't know how they got the house regardless, because like we said, you can't take real estate back. So did they buy the house and then take back the proceeds?
And it was a cash buyer. It was a cash buyer. So it's not like they weren't keeping up with their mortgage payments and it went into foreclosure.
Right.
Which still does not go back to the previous owner.
Right.
Unless there is something in the deed.
Oh, true.
That's a whole other thing. I mean, but
that would make sense with Cassadines. It's not
like
just
if there was something in the
123
deed
Main Street
that says like you can't. So, for example, I sold land earlier this year, and it was 4 acres, and it used to be 2-acre lots, and it was merged together into one parcel. On one of the previous 2 acres, for I want to say it was 50 years after such and such a date, there could not be malt liquor made or sold on that property.
Oh, okay.
So that's something that carries through.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in the deed of the new owner that they can't be making malt liquor, at least for, I forget how long it was. but there is something that like if somebody came and saw that they were making malt liquor, they've violated.
Right. And then they get the land.
Yeah. I've actually never seen it done. So now I'm just curious because I remember when I was getting my license, the instructor told us about how years and years and years ago, like 2 or 3 owners prior, family pet had passed away on the property and they buried it in the backyard and they put it in the deed, how it had to be cared for going forward. And then the next owner kept up with it. And then the new owner, like the previous owner, stopped by every now and again to see how.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
Yep. But I've never I don't want to ever experience this, but I've also never experienced. It also has nothing to do with me. After you live in the house and you're doing stuff, that has nothing to do with me. I got you there. Once you got the keys, it is up to you to follow laws and all of that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the Cassadines have something that says that it reverts back to them or they get first bid or whatever. But I still don't understand how they took the money.
Right.
But I don't know. And I'm interested to see if Rick will like dig around and try to help, because Alexis like made that dig at Ava and was like, oh, Rick won't help you now because he knows you don't have any money to pay him. So I'm interested to see if he's going to say, no, like there has to be a loophole somewhere. I'll help you.
If that's going to take down the Cassadines, I think he'll do it.
Right. But I don't know.
Oh, but then she even went to Laura and asked for help.
Yes.
And Laura was like, I can't, that's Cassadine money and it's not Ace's until that's what Alexis also said was, you're going to have to take this up with Ace when he turns 21.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, Laura did feel bad. You could tell. She was like, if I had a choice, I would help you. I know you loved Nicholas and I know he put you through crap and blah, blah, blah. But like legally, I have no part of this. Like I can't even touch this money because it's Ace's until he's 21. It's not my money. Like It's not child support that I can help divvy up or whatever. It's 100% Ace's money locked away till he's 21.
Yeah. Want to do Sasha and Michael and then the stupid stuff, or the stupid stuff and then Sasha and Michael?
What stupid stuff would you be referring to?
Drew visiting Willow at work, and they talk about Christmas at Nina's and how they're so focused on the future. And she is so thankful that she's getting the opportunity to remind him one last time how proud she is while he doesn't have all these other more important voices in his ear. But he reassures her that she's the most important voice. They may be louder, but she's still the most important.
He would know her voice anywhere in a stadium full of people.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, man.
And then he convinces her, oh, you know what? We actually do need to do this one first because of later.
Oh, yes.
So he convinces her to bring Wiley to Washington, D.C. for his swearing in.
Right. And she's just like, okay. And he says, what's the difference? Your name's already on the list. Who cares if it's Michael or Wiley next to you? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that people are going to realize that that's not what the original sign-up sheet was, and they're going to think it's kind of weird. And he's like, oh, you're doing it for Scout so she can have Wiley there. She's not by herself.
And then Nina went to Curtis to talk about Drew and Willow going to Washington, D.C. And Curtis is like, you have information that would help your daughter see him a little bit more clearly.
Yep.
And then he called her out on, isn't it funny that Drew's closeness to Willow only bothers you when it's not benefiting you?
Yes. I love Curtis because he does. Even he's like, I'm your friend. I support you, but you have motives. Don't pretend like you don't.
Yep. And then Michael stopped in, said hi or whatever. Like, I mean, they had like very quick chit chat.
I think he was gonna have a meeting with Curtis then, but once he saw that Nina was there, he was like, all right, just hit me up whenever you're done.
Yeah. And they talked they brought up a little bit of stuff about Willow, and Michael kind of just like let it roll off his back. And as soon as he left, Nina's like, well, that was weird. And Curtis was like, yeah, that's why you need to be worried.
Exactly.
And then Michael made a phone call because he saw a picture of Drew and Willow, 100% looking couple.
Uh-huh.
On a
Funny,
newspaper
no
already.
kids in the
Like
picture.
online already, right? And called Diane and said, so Willow took Wiley to DC without my permission. Can I use this?
Yep. Absolutely. Diane's gonna have a field day.
But they don't have anything in writing yet for custody. That's not if JD took the kids to Ohio, like my ex doesn't have, or I don't have any right to be in charge. Actually, I know this one for a fact. Oh, there was a situation when my ex and I were separating and the kids were with him and people were called and I had no legal right to get them back because we did not have anything in writing. For all they knew, they were with their dad.
That is true.
But at the same time, they were only in the neighboring town. They weren't in another state. So, but I still feel like it's not going to matter if they don't have anything in the custody. And Willow adopted Wiley.
They were in a different state.
That's what I'm saying. Mine weren't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Back to me.
Okay.
Mine were not in a different, so therefore, but does Michael actually have something because they were taken to, well, technically, Washington, D.C. is not a state.
So it would depend on the separation papers that she already served Michael with.
True.
That's what it's going to depend on. If there was a motion already put into order, like a temporary interim order that says that she has custody and whatever, and it does not spell out that she can't take them certain places, then she can do whatever she wants. But if it says that whenever they have custody, like in my custody agreement with my ex, we cannot leave the state without letting the other one know. And so like the first time he took them away, he didn't tell me and he went to the Poconos and I couldn't say anything because that's not leaving the state.
Yep.
Even though it was like the whole other side of the state and he didn't tell me and I was angry, I couldn't do anything about it because he did not leave the state. But like if I take them just to go to Ohio with my family, I have to tell him, hey, we're leaving the state, we'll be back, blah blah blah. So
see, that's technically in ours. I don't think we've ever followed it.
Oh, okay.
A little too late now. They're both adults, so
yeah, you don't really have to worry about it. But
I mean, but we always I knew when he was going to be taking them somewhere, right. But like if it was just an overnight or I really have no examples, but I feel like if it was I don't
necessarily. If it's a longer trip, they know about it anyway because it's a longer trip. It's interfering with their weekend.
Exactly.
And if it's not a longer, if it's not a longer trip, we just had Madeline in Ohio back in November for her cheer trip. I did not officially message him and be like, "Can I take her out of the state for this?" I was like, "Hey,"
but he had the cheer schedule.
It's a cheer. Yeah, exactly. It's a cheer trip. You're not going to tell me no, I can't take my kid to this. But again, that's a function directly related to Madeline. Not saying that Wiley didn't want to go and see his great uncle be sworn in, but that was not Wiley was so invested in the judicial system, blah, 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 blah.
His great uncle, almost grandpa, soon to be stepdad.
Yeah. Oh, so gross. So gross.
Let's hope not soon to be stepdad, but at the rate they're going,
right. The way that they were acting, it was they're going to be moving in together tomorrow.
And the way that they've been acting is, oh, I was stuck in that terrible marriage and now I can finally be with the love of my life.
Yeah.
No.
She literally just said on Christmas or right before Christmas when the whole affair was found out, she was like, I love you, Michael. I want to get past it. I love you so much. And now she's like, oh, I've filed the separation papers and it's all fine.
Well, yeah, because right before Christmas, she was fine with it until she found out that he knew that they slept together. It was when they were just kissing.
Yep.
But then when she gets found out, suddenly Michael's to blame.
Right.
No. But then Michael finds out that Sasha's pregnant. She told him.
She did. I was very happy that she told him, and I was very impressed, like, how much of a not big deal she made it. She was like, okay, so I have to tell you something. And she told him, like, there was no drama, there was no craziness, there was no crazy demands on either side. She was just like, I want to have this baby, and I don't want to mess up your custody stuff for your kids, and I don't want all the crap from the Quartermains or the Corinthos. I just want to have a baby and take care of it and be a good mom, and I want you to let me do that. And he was awesome.
Why Lucky adopted Jake?
Yeah. Yeah. But Michael like went with it. He was like, well, I'd like you to stay in town, and I'd like you to know that if you need taken care of or any help, I'm here, whatever you need, blah, blah, blah. Offered to put her up in whatever, get her a house, an apartment, whatever, and help with any of that stuff. But he really listened to what she was saying and was like, okay, I get it. I see what you're saying. And I don't want to give you any more stress than what you already are dealing with.
Yep. I'm just going to feel bad for her because everyone's going to be asking who the dad is.
Yeah.
And you know that baby's going to have a heart condition.
Yep.
We already know this. And then poor Sasha's going to have to worry about this because of the heart condition. Does she even know?
She doesn't, I'm sure.
But then she goes to the hospital to book an appointment with Dr. Navarro, and I guess stuff has changed in prenatal care since she had Liam. And so the patient advocate's going to fill her in on those differences, and it's Felicia, and Sasha would tell Felicia anyway. And then Felicia's helping her fill out her paperwork on emergency contact and stuff, and she's like, do you think Maxie would? And Felicia's like, I can't speak for her, but you can use me. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe this is wrong of me. I feel like I already know who I put down as emergency contact.
Right.
Like, did she really think that Maxie was going to be mad?
Right, exactly. Or I can't call her real quick. Like, she already knows I'm pregnant. Like, I'm springing that news on her. I can't just call her and be like, hey, so I'm finally making an appointment and, like, letting everyone know. Can I put you down as emergency contact?
Right. Or you just let the person know afterwards. Hey, by the way, put you down as emergency contact. Thanks.
I don't know how many people actually do that just because we do that.
It's my father-in-law. Like, that's it. I guess I should probably get more, but
I just like that we just kind of do it and then are like, oh, by the way, you're my contact.
It's something easy to fix. It's something easy to change, you know? I could go right into my portal right now and change it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and then Trina explained to Kai why she loves art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And I mean, he was sweet. Like, oh, I see the different layers of it and the way the colors go. And it makes me think of you and how complicated and beautiful you are and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, he had to get back to the game or back to the schmoozing the people in charge of the game. So their date was cut short.
I hope they go somewhere with this or whatever. Now that we're back next week to full schedules, things should be making more sense.
I feel like we're going to throw Emma in there to start flirting with him or Gio so that Trina and Joss cannot like her. Because Joss was already, like, Joss did seem over any animosity that they had from kids, but Emma kept bringing it up last week. So I'm wondering if now this is going to be Joss's reason to be like, oh, I never did like her. And now I remember why.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll need some teen drama in there.
Yep. I think that's it, though.
Reality check. All right. So how was your New Year's?
It was good. So we always do, this kind of started, I think Facebook reminded me that it was like 7 or 8 years ago that I was sick on New Year's Eve. And we used to go to our neighbors, and now like 2 of them have moved anyway, so no longer do that. But I was sick, but we always get Chinese food. I was sick, and JD was like, I forget how we even got on the subject, but I have never seen Lethal Weapon at this point. And he's like, oh, we can watch Lethal Weapon. We could watch all of them tonight. And so I think we got through 3. And then the next year we did Die Hard. And another year we've done, so we always pick like a series to watch on New Year's Eve. And this year my daughter picked the Night at the Museum series.
Oh, nice.
So that was nice. And we finished up with a third one right at 11:30. So we had like a half hour or so to get together. And we always open a fortune cookie at midnight. Mine didn't have a fortune.
Oh, that is sad. I'm sorry.
So, not sure what that means. Mine did not have a fortune. So I'm going to do nothing this year.
And now it means you get to write your own. You get to make your own future happen.
There we go. But
Not like you haven't been doing that for years.
But really just, getting back into a little bit of work. Took my daughter to drop off, I already explained like a little bit of the job stuff, so I figured I'd try to get ahead and like we would actually physically go to the stores. And she did so great. She brought her resume. She wrote her resume first, and then I helped her polish it up. Like there's still stuff in there that like is hers. Everyone's like, you have to go apply online.
Yep.
Which I get, but come on, but she did great. She introduced herself. She said, I'm looking for a job. I do need a job coach, but I work with blah, 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 and no one knows what that is.
Of course not.
Because this is supposed to be counselors doing this, contacting them, explaining the program and all that stuff. So,
right.
So that's great. And then I had someone make a nasty comment to me on Facebook about sharing that. You didn't see it?
No.
Oh my gosh. So I guess you took a break from Facebook this week.
Yes. I was not stalking. So, I saw your general post of I'm taking her out to apply, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, good. I kind of had that same thought process.
Yeah, like the picture of her updating her resume.
Yeah.
The next morning, here, I'll just read my post. So that was Thursday. So Friday morning, 2 days ago. So Thursday morning. It would have been Friday morning because today, I don't know, whatever. This morning I woke up to the comment, why not just let her, implying my daughter, go out and try to be like the rest of us instead of making it a novel every time she tries to do something.
Oh my God.
And I responded back just asking, are you attacking me sharing our experiences? Like, have you not been following that it's not that easy?
Right.
And then she deleted it, but she didn't even delete it. Actually, let me see if she had yet. She didn't even fully deleted it. She just put a period. So if you go into the original post's comments and scroll down, you can see who did it. Because you then see me respond, are you really attacking? No one has gone back to that post to find it because I said it has since been deleted. And I'm sure she's not the first person to wonder this. So let me explain. Reason number 1, because it's not that easy. 85% of autistic people are unemployed, and it is still technically legal to pay people with disabilities under minimum wage. There are processes to get that approved, but it is still technically legal. And some do it because they don't think that the person with the disability is going to know that they can ask for the certificate that proves that they are allowed to pay under minimum wage. But that's like a whole other thing.
Wow.
The workplace makes it very difficult for any person with a disability, which spans all religions, races, genders, etc., to find work, quote, like the rest of us. This is another topic I could go on and on about regarding disability in general, but the best way to learn is, and here's a link. Reason number 2, this way of thinking is part of the problem. People don't want to know that there are actually challenges for people. They just want us to sit back and be quiet and not share. No, it's not that easy. It absolutely should be, but that's why we're advocating. Reason number 3, because there are people out there, individuals with disabilities themselves, parents trying to get resources for their child, caregivers doing the same, beating themselves up and thinking they aren't doing enough and that they're alone when they aren't. And they shouldn't be told to keep quiet and not share the rest of their life experiences because it's not like the rest of us. Because of comments like these, people feel bad about themselves because people who have no idea what it's like make horrible dismissive comments instead of taking a moment to educate themselves and wonder why I write the novel. And then reason number 4 is this is how I get resources to get my daughter what she needs. It's how I connect with other parents. It's how I connect other parents with resources that they need. It's how I connect, period. This is my life. This is my experience. And this is my daughter, who I am fighting for every single day against a world who doesn't want to hear it. I refuse to just let her sit in her room every day doing nothing because someone else doesn't want to know how difficult it is to get her to even be allowed to do the most basic things that we take for granted every day. There is so much more that I could say. I have a lot of thoughts running through my head. I had so many bad thoughts running through my head and a lot of hurt in my heart. I almost didn't share this post because of the judgment, but then I realized that I would be doing exactly what I was told to do. Shut up, sit down, and don't share about the struggles we have. If you don't want to respect me and my family, then unfriend me. I won't, because I refuse to think people can't learn to do better, and I'm not going to be the one to cut off the resource of education. And then I had a quote. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. Thumper, 1942. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all, ... and scroll on by if Thumper said it in 2025.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. That's absurd and ridiculous and just plain not nice. What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, and it's someone I've known since I was 11. So it's not even like someone granted, I don't see them anymore, but we have
but that's
interacted.
Even more the reason of why would they even bother to say something? Like, I have friends on my Facebook that are my high school friends that I don't see all the time, that were only friends because at some point in time one of us clicked okay fine because we went to school together, and I don't really like deeply care about what happens to them. If I see that, like, you know, something good is going on, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll like that post. But I'm not getting into lengthy conversations about, oh my gosh, your new puppy is so cute, blah blah blah, because I don't care. And that's just it. But so I certainly, if I saw a long post from them, I would either A, not read it, 'cause I'm not interested, or B, if it caught my attention and I read it and I got partway through it and thought, boy, this is a novel and I don't want to read it anymore, I would just stop reading and move on to the next post.
Right.
What is wrong with people?
I had a lot of people offering some very intense solutions.
Well, that's how you should have known that I didn't see it, because I'd have been right there with that.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I feel like you would have texted me and been like, so where are we going?
I have a shovel. What's our destination?
But the irony is, though, this is someone else who shares a lot of personal stuff. So it's not even like someone who is just sitting back. And they share a lot about struggles that they have created through their own choices, which have resulted in laws being broken, which have led to struggles.
Got it. But you should shut up about your daughter, who did nothing wrong to be in the position that she's in and her struggles.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
So how was your week?
Well, I'm glad I didn't see that, or it might have been a lot more interesting, because I would have had strong feelings on that. Yeah, my week was pretty chill. We did New Year's. We hung out here for a while, and then we went to Aldi's and grabbed some snackies and went over to Matt's house to ring in the new year. And then I had to work on Thursday, and Madeline went back to school on Thursday. So it was like right back into the swing of things as far as, and Emily had to go back to school Thursday. So it was right back into the swing of things as far as, okay, it's the new year. Life is picked up. Let's go. So
my daughter doesn't go back until Monday. My son doesn't go back to school until next Sunday.
That's nice. I wish that they would have given our kids off, or my kids off, until then, but
it just makes sense. Like, come on. It's
like, what's 2 more days? And especially now, because it's been so snowy here, like Friday, it was like, are you going to have school or not? Because it was snowy Thursday night. And then the teachers already said to them Friday that they probably won't have school Monday. And so she's like counting on that. And I'm like, why did you say that? Don't tell them that. It should be a fun surprise, not a letdown when the snow doesn't come.
Right. These kids do not understand waking up at 6 a.m., staring at the TV, waiting for your school, which the one I went to in around here also began with a P. So we're at the end.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Well, you were just right above us, so never mind.
Yep.
But yeah, so interesting.
Yep.
I hope that they have the day off. I do.
Yeah, me too. So, but she's at her dad's this weekend. And Emily went to her dad's this weekend, which is like a new development because her and her father do not get along usually. So I'm hoping that this is the beginning of them like building a bridge back together.
Aww.
But it's kind of cute. Her and Megan like miss each other, even though all they ever did was fight in my house. So maybe it's the upside of them not living together is that they can actually miss each other and hang out sometimes. And if that also includes Emily and her dad getting some type of relationship, any type of relationship, then that would be a nice improvement. But yeah, so they are all over there tonight. And then Ryan is going to the Steeler game since we're recording on a Saturday. And so I had the whole house to myself.
Very nice.
Yes.
We'll do the 411 real quick, and then you can just go hang out and do whatever the heck you feel like.
Which will be a whole bunch of nothing, but it'll be by myself.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds perfect. So yeah, join us on Thursday as we finish up the story of how Carly hired Brooklyn to break up Lulu and Dante part 2. I think that might be our longest title yet.
I think so. So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review. And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.
There's always a lot going on. I'm on site getting the job done, running the business too, payments, invoices, admin, all on me. But now with Tap to Pay, I can take payments there and then, and Sage sorts the admin afterwards. Everything's sorted in the background, so I don't spend hours doing it later. Magic.
Sage Copilot is built with over 40 years of experience helping British businesses like Mike at Residual Electrical Contractors. That's more than artificial intelligence, that's authentic intelligence. Search Sage Copilot to learn more. T's and C's apply.
Voting for the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice category is open. Make sure you vote for your favourite podcast to see them take the crown. In 2024, Help I Sexted My Boss claimed the trophy. But who will come out on top this year? Voting closes 7th of September 2025. Podcasts must have been available by the 1st of June 2025 and listed on Apple Podcast Directory. You can vote via our website, BritishPodcastAwards.com/voting. Don't miss your chance to have your say.